Quick mic check here. Sounds good. We are live. Welcome back, everybody, to the GGBL postseason chase. Here we go. Excited about this one. Season 7, man. Lucky number 7. It is hard to believe that we're here. You know, it's hard to believe that we're here. It's crazy. 7 seasons of GGBL. MLB The Show 25 is coming out next week. Early access, I believe, on the 14th. I think it's on the 14th. The game actually comes out on 3/18. So it's pretty crazy, man. We've gone through 23, 24, and we're about to get through 25. And this thing is still going. Thanks to you guys. Thanks to you guys, the community of the GGBL. Big shout out for all of you passionate GGBL viewers. You guys make this thing possible. If there wasn't, let's just put it this way. Even if there wasn't a ton of support, which the longer that we go, I think it's going to start dying off. Just because it is an older game and, you know, people are going to wish that it was on the newer versions. But even if that were the case, we would still be going with this GGBL league. Goldglover Baseball League. It's still going to go, man. It's still going to go. As many seasons as we can possibly get in before, you know, I'm just talking to like 10 to 20 of you. But you guys have been coming out supporting this, and that gives me motivation, gives me hope that this is still something that you guys enjoy. So big shout out to all of you guys in the community. All right, so let's get this thing started. I don't want to waste too much time here tonight. Let's kind of set the stage of what we're dealing with here tonight. So the Revolution and the Mallards are both in. The Mallards have clinched the division of the AL East and the best record in the league at 97 wins. The Reapers are in no matter what happens. They've clinched their division. The Nuggets and the Firebirds have also clinched a playoff spot. So really, in the postseason, there's nothing else to consider except for the Swamp Monsters and the Cardinals. Perhaps even the Chicago Breeze. What they need to happen, the Breeze, they need the Swamp Monsters and the Cardinals to keep losing somehow. I think that the Swamp Monsters and the Cardinals are currently playing in a series, if I'm not mistaken here. No, actually. So it's Chicago and Columbus. So Chicago needs to keep beating Columbus, and Chicago also needs Michigan to get a victory over Washington. So that's kind of setting the stage here for Chicago. If Washington gets one victory, just one win. If Washington gets a victory, where are they here? Yep. So the Breeze's elimination is 1. So if the Swamp Monsters get a victory here in this next game, Chicago is officially eliminated. They can't catch them. So that's how we're going to set it up here tonight. We're going to first simulate the Swamp Monsters game and Michigan. Michigan's already in the postseason. Really, the Swamp Monsters kind of control their own destiny. If it has to get to a game 162, then we'll kind of feel that out. But so we'll see how that's going to lay out. But we've also got the NL East to worry about. Wrigley makes his appearance. In the NL, we've got the Sting, the Blue Sox, and the Good Boys. The Good Boys elimination number is 1, trying to win the NL East. They are still in the playoff mix with a wild card berth. However, they're tied with the Emeralds, who are out in the NL West. So you got two teams in the NL East still vying for one of those wild card spots. The Emeralds are still trying to chase. So for Richmond, they need to keep winning. Seattle, they need to keep winning. Blue Sox and Swing, they need to keep winning. So kind of we've set the stage a little bit there of what we're looking out for. Emeralds still have a shot to win the NL West. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff happening here, guys. The Heat have clinched the playoffs, but we haven't clinched the division yet. The Swingers still alive in that. So the NL's kind of up for grabs. And normally it's really been the AL that's really been up for grabs these past couple of seasons. So let's get into the sim, guys. We're going to sim Washington and Michigan right here, right now. We got Peterson and Bloodworth. And again, kind of letting you guys know what's happening here. If Michigan wins, Chicago is still alive. Washington wins, Chicago is eliminated. And there you go. So Washington gets the victory 7-2, which therefore means that the Chicago Breeze have been officially eliminated. And there you go. So they're done. Cardinals. We can go ahead and simulate that game as well, because really, like, they have to they got to get a victory. They got to get a victory. The Breeze are done. The Breeze are eliminated no matter what happens. So even if they win this game, good for them. But let's go ahead and sim this one. And Columbus stays alive. It was Chris Jackson against Janil Rivera. They got a victory there, scoring 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning. That is huge for the Cardinals. They are still alive in the wild card spot. So it's really going to come down to game 162 for these two teams. So if the Swamp Monsters get a dub, they eliminate the Cardinals. Cardinals get a win, Swamp Monsters get a loss. It's going to come down to some sort of weird tiebreaker, honestly. So maybe we'll show that game. Maybe we'll have enough time. I'm not sure. So there's your AL setup for you guys tonight. I don't really know what I want to do with the NL side quite yet, because I got to see the matchups. So again, we've got, as far as our teams that we got to watch out for, the Sting, Blue Sox, Good Boys, the Heat, the Swing, the Grizzlies, and the Emeralds. So we got to kind of keep those guys in the back of our mind as we look at these next few matchups. So if we can take a look here real quick, we've got Carolina and Orlando. Borgia against Nettles. That could be a good game. 13-10 versus 14-8. You've got the Swing against Kansas City. Again, the Swing have to kind of keep winning. They got to at least get one more win. We could probably simulate St. Louis and Nashville, just kind of set the stage here. St. Louis gets a victory, 8-0. So how does that play into the Swing's plans? They're half a game out with 2 games left to play. So really, they got to get a win here to tie. That would be big for the Swing. So I guess we could go ahead and simulate that. KC and New Orleans, just simulate that. So Kansas City gets a victory, so now we're back to square one for those 2 squads. Where are we at here? Swing, 1 game back. So we'll see how that's going to play out there for these guys in game 162. But, you know, no matter what happens, I think the Swing are going to be in at 89 and 72. I mean, hey, Good Boys could win 2 games in a row, get to 89. The Emeralds could win 2 games in a row, get to 89. So, again, we'll kind of follow that a little bit here. Wisconsin, Seattle. We got Villafuerte against Steve Morgan. Atlanta, Houston, Strizak and Escobar. And then Richmond and Miami. So I think what we want to do tonight, because we got potentially maybe 4 games to show. I don't want to really do game 161s and then 162s. We're going to bleed into Saturday night or Saturday afternoon, actually. So I gotta plot this out a little bit here. I got to see kind of what we're working with right now. So it's Phoenix and San Francisco. Good matchup there. Spencer Clark and Parker Burnside. 89 and 71 versus 88 and 72. That's tight. That is tight. So Firebirds are in no matter what happens, so they don't really have anything to worry about. The Grizzlies are only a game up on the Emeralds. That might be a good game to simulate, honestly. And really, if San Francisco gets a victory here, then, I mean, they've won the division. That's really what we're working with here. So, of course, Phoenix wins 4-1. So that's going to set up the next... it's going to set up game 162 to determine it, isn't it? So let's see what the Emeralds can do in Sim. They've got Wisconsin. Steve Morgan against Villafuerte. Seattle gets a victory. They walked it off in the bottom of the 10th. Okay. Walk it off in the bottom of the 10th. Who did it? It's an interesting storyline. We got to follow that. Kobayashi had 5 at-bats. Yeah, it was Kobayashi. He did it. He's the one who did it. He hit a home run. But then again, he had, let's see, he had a double in there too. He went 3 for 5, so we don't really know if he had a solo home run or if he had a double, right, to walk it off. Either way, Kobayashi was your guy that got it done. So again, how that sets us up here. Grizzlies, Emeralds are now tied. So going into game 162, that will be big. I think we got to play those 2 games. I don't want to leave it to sim. We'll have to play those 2 games to see like who's going to take control of that situation. All right, so for the wild card, again, we've got the good boys half a game back now thanks to the Grizzlies losing. We've already done the swing. The Blue Sox and the Sun Sox, right? Borgia and Nettles. We'll simulate that one too. Carolina gets a dub. That was huge for them. They also walked it off in the bottom of the 12th. Wow. Okay. Back and forth we go, man. Henry Castilla had a 2-run homer. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's what it was. Yeah, look at this. It's got to be a 2-run homer. 5 runs scored. 2 in the 12th, 1 in the 9th. That's 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean, there you go. Henry Castilla walked it off. The DH, 2-run homer to win the whole thing. Nice. So what does that do now? What's it do? Good boys are still a half game back. Okay. Blue Sox. So Grizzlies, Emeralds, and good boys just duking it out, man. Duking it out. So what are we going to do here for the good boys? We got to sim that game too, don't we? Varnando against Battle. Good boys. Let's go. We're still hanging in, man. We're still hanging in. 4-3 victory. We've now moved into that last wild card spot right there, the 3 hole. And Grizzlies and Emeralds. So what are we looking at here for game 162? The swing could... I guess the swing... This is crazy. None of these teams play each other. Right? None of these teams play each other. Except for... nobody plays each other. So if the Swing lose, the Blue Sox lose, the Good Boys win, Grizzlies win, Emeralds win, all these teams have 89 wins. How do you even... Oh my God. 5 teams tied for 3 wildcard spots. That's insane. Plus you got a divisional battle right there. Grizzlies and Emeralds. The Swinger game back. Man, this is crazy. The Sting and the Blue Sox. Let's see what happens here with the Sting, and then that should be the final game that we sim before going into game 162. So Atlanta gets a victory there, scoring 2 runs in the top of the 10th. It was a shutout all the way until the 10th inning. So we got to see who did it. Aguero had the 2 RBIs, so he had a 2-run home run. Man, these guys are all coming up clutch, man. This is crazy. So did that win them the division? Well, they're in the postseason no matter what. They've got 90 wins. So they can't be a wild card team at that point, I guess. But, yeah, so that'll set the stage, guys, going into game 162. So here we go. Let's take a look at what we got for matchups. This might bleed into tomorrow, honestly. This could bleed into tomorrow afternoon. What did we say here for the AL Central? The Cardinals are still shooting for the wild card. Yep, okay. So Swamp Monsters, Cardinals. And then a whole bunch of stuff in the NL. So I'm curious. I'm going to turn my attention now to the chat, see what you guys are saying here. Real quick. This is getting too close, says Kook. I didn't recognize Iowa, OKC, and Orlando, and San Antonio. Bye-bye, Breeze. Talking about the Monarchs. Yes. Yep, Shadow Sports. Yep, we've had some reloads. Let's see. Thank God Seattle won. It seems to get crazier every year. It really does. It really does. Normally, it's on the AL side, not the NL. Okay, you're just talking about relocations right now. Okay. So I'm kind of curious. So, like, what game do we want to see first? Like, what's going to really, like, create that domino effect? You know what I mean? I think if the Sting get a victory, then we know that the Blue Sox cannot win the division. That might be a sim, to be honest with you. That could be a sim game right here, right now. They're playing Houston. Doesn't really mean anything for Houston. If the Sting get a victory, then we know the Blue Sox cannot win the division. That's what I'm going to do anyway. So Houston wins 8-1. So what does this do for Atlanta? Okay, so they're not in the wild card picture. That's fine. I guess they're gonna be. If the Blue Sox get a win here in gameplay, they're gonna have a tiebreaker. Who's gonna win that division? I'm not sure. Oh my god, this is crazy. All right, let's get into the matchups here, guys. I think I don't know what we want to see. I don't know what we want to watch. I mean, we got to look at Orlando, Carolina for sure. We got to do Richmond, Miami. So we got to do those two. We're going to want to do Chicago, Columbus, Phoenix, San Fran, Seattle, Wisconsin. We got a bunch of stuff happening tonight. I can't make up my mind. What's the better matchup here? What gets you guys going? We got Rico Ramos against Lenskow. Let me plot this out real quick, okay? Let's do something optimal. All right. So what we should do is that, well, I guess you could split hairs here. Like, what do you start with? If you start with the Emeralds game, if they win, then you know they're in the mix. If they lose, you know they're out. You could go with that Grizzlies game. If they lose, you know they're out. You could start with these guys because then you know they're out. Or, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You start with the swing, they lose, you know that they could still get bounced out. I guess it just doesn't matter. So let's start with this game here. Phoenix and San Fran. It's a good matchup. We like watching Rico Ramos Jr. pitch. I think that's a good one. We get Jack Melton, custom pitcher. We got Clark Griffin on the other side. I do want to implement to kind of get through as many games as possible. We are going to do quick counts tonight, but I do want to implement a mercy rule, like a run rule. Okay, so if it's like 5 runs, if it's a 5-run lead after 7, maybe 6, then I'm going to sim it. I'm going to make sure the other team wins. Okay, so I think that's just the best way that we're going to be able to like get through every game tonight. So that's what we're going to start with this one. And yeah, like I said, we'll just do like a mercy rule type deal. Basically, I mean, if we know what this result of this game is going to be, kind of know how the NL West is going to turn out. All right, here we go. Phoenix and San Fran. Not a matchup that we normally see a lot of, but it's a pretty cool uniform matchup. I like this. We got a light orange against those darker orange Grizzlies. Kind of cool.
Batting second, the right fielder, Michael Root.
Ball that's outside. Got her.
Batting third, the shortstop, Colton Kenneth.
Just so you guys know, Channel Points will be back in action here tonight. Kind of get a feel for how these games are going, and quick counts especially, you know. And then we'll get Channel Points back going again. I do want to talk to my patrons out there in the chat. Good pitch by Rico Ramos. Ernesto Valentin striking out. 98 on the paint on the black. Beautiful pitch. So all my patrons that are out there, for MLB The Show 25 and the GGBL here in 23, I am going to have a little bit of a different setup when it comes to channel points, benefits for being a patron, all that stuff. So it's still going to revolve around custom players. So just kind of keep your eyes out for a little bit of news on that. MLB The Show 25, we are going to have custom players back into my franchises. And we're going to do something a little bit different with that. I'm excited to talk to you guys about how that's all going to work. But it's not really the channel to do it here on the GGBL. But I just kind of want you guys to know that things are changing here for 25. And thank you for hanging in there with me, really. Because we haven't done prospects here in the GGBL for a couple of seasons. And, you know, that's not because of, you know, I'm pulling back on your benefits or anything like that. I just felt like it would actually do the league more harm than good by having more custom players coming in. So we kind of took a little hiatus with custom players. Those will be coming back here for Season 8, potentially Season 9. And, yeah. So we got some good stuff in the pipeline here. So just hang in there with me. But Mena says, I definitely want to get involved in MLB 25. Can't wait to hear it. It's Christian Gamer. Shadow Sports and Gaming Network. I want a team in Omaha for MLB 25. Who would you move? Would you move the A's again? Would you move the A's? Say, no, that actually we're not going to Sacramento or Las Vegas. Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying Sacramento. We're not going to Las Vegas. We're going somewhere else. It'd be kind of funny. Move the A's again. So, you know what I could do is I could talk to you guys about how prospects are going to work here for Season 8 for GGBL. Could do that. It's a deep drive by Lobo. Is that gone? Oh, 1 foot. Oh, I couldn't get a replay. 1 foot. Oh, dang. And then a strikeout. So look at that. You come 1 foot away from a home run, and then you strike out. That is baseball in a nutshell. That's baseball in a nutshell. All right, so custom prospects for GGBL Season 8. So we will be bringing back the Fantasy Challenge, so that'll be fun. Just in time for spring and summer and all that jazz, right? So we're gonna bring back Fantasy Challenge, and you're gonna actually again stick with your team the entire way throughout the season. So you pick players at a salary level, and those are your guys throughout the season. I'm only going to provide 2 updates, just like I did in the past. I'll do a All-Star update with your players, a little standings update, see where you guys are at, and then at the end of the year, then you'll know exactly how everybody did, how your team did. Did you win? Where did you place? All that jazz. So that prize is really kind of unaffected. We're still going to have like the top of the top player be rewarded for first place. But for all of you guys that are patrons and patron supporters, how this is going to work a little bit differently is, instead of me making an entire custom player like I have in the past, it's just going to be a rename. As we see an overthrow there. Overthrow, double play opportunity, and that one sailed a little high. So it's going to work like channel points, but then you'll be able to like rename a guy for free every single season. That'll be one of your patron perks. But you do still get some customization options there. Not as many as I used to do, because I'm just really I don't have a lot of time anymore, guys. I just don't have a lot of time. I don't know where it's going, but I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or what the deal is, but I just don't have a lot of time. So what that's going to do is you guys will still be able to rename a player through your Patreon support or YouTube channel membership support. And that will be your custom guy for the year. You can still buy other players with your channel points and stuff like that, so that'll still be an option too. But the good thing about being a patron is instead of only upgrading your guy once in the season, you can upgrade him 2 times in the season. So basically 40 attributes spread around instead of 20. So I feel like that's kind of cool. So instead of just one upgrade, you can actually upgrade your guy twice. And you guys are not limited to the 90 overall cap. That's the one big change. So if you have a 90 overall player and you want to upgrade your guy a little bit further, you can definitely do that, making him one of the better players in the league. So, because now we're starting to get into a situation where the league is getting a little bit older, right? And some of those guys are starting to regress big time. MLB The Show does not do a very good job with regression, especially in 23. Apparently in 25 they're making a lot of changes to that. But as you know, older MLB The Show games, they really penalize players once they hit like a 10-year service mark or 8-year service mark or an age mark. And so for me to let you guys in on how to combat against that, I think it's a good idea as a perk. You can upgrade your guys twice during the season. Patrons only can upgrade twice during the season. So if you're not a patron or a channel member, that perk only ends at one time. You can only do it once. So, no more attribute cap, thank God. Yeah. Yep. Yep, I think it's only fair. Did a lot of thinking on it last couple of weeks, and I'm like, I'm starting to see guys like KJ really regress. I'm starting to see guys like my dude, like Ricky Holtman, really regress. And he's older. He's like 30 something, 35, 36 years old, so it makes sense. But yeah, players that are getting up there in age, and not even players that are getting up there in age. Some guys are like 28 years old, 26 years old, seeing regression. Like, this is kind of getting a little crazy. Let's change this up a little bit. All right, so that's really the only updates I've got for you guys as far as that goes. So, Fantasy Challenge coming back, Custom Prospects coming back for Season 8. Updates to player progression and channel points. That's really all I got as far as the GGBL goes. So, should be fun. Should be fun to get that back going again. When will a second upgrade be available? I think if we do, it's really up to you guys on when you want to use that second upgrade. The only thing is like with Fantasy Challenge, I don't want to get in a situation where during like Fantasy Challenge where like you're giving 2 boosts to a guy that like you have in your lineup, and other people don't. That gives you kind of an unfair advantage. So I think you got to do it at the beginning of the year, off season, or at the beginning of the year, something like that, before we actually get into gameplay.
Number 7.
Yep.
Second baseman, Ryan.
Shadow Sports, I forgot how good the Grizzlies' cream-colored uniforms are. Yeah, they're pretty sweet. They're pretty cool. I mean, they're a direct copy from the San Francisco Giants, you know.
Ball 2. 2-2 now.
Direct copy from the color scheme.
3-2.
Kook says, what was it? 3 straight gold series and then left. Have made it back. Yep. For Shevchuk. Yeah. 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 I mean, he made a choice. He made a decision. That should be a base hit. No, Jimenez is out there. Nice job, man. We got ourselves a little tight ball game here. San Fran holding it down here against a very good team in Phoenix. So what are you guys' thoughts about the updates there? Like them? I think some people have talked about that a little. Oh. Something I totally forgot about. Channel points for patrons and channel members on my main channel. You guys are going to get a monthly payout. For channel points, depending on your tiers. Can't believe I forgot about that. that's a big deal. So that'll keep me honest too. Like I got to go in there and I got to actually update the spreadsheet and stuff. So if the longer you're a member, basically, the more channel points you're gonna get. Every single month, you're gonna get channel points. So for free, you know. I'm actually surprised how good that Lensko is pitching. This is like a guy that he had a 4.4 ERA. Did I jinx him? Deep drive to the left. Kevin Stoit's not a guy you want to mess with, but there you go. So we are still tied, 0-0. Who do we have at third base right now? For like Jimbo is on the bet. No, I don't want that. So we have Timothy Pierce, and then we got Valentine at DH. I want to get Jimbo in the game. I want to get Jimbo in this game. We'll do it eventually. They brought him in for a reason, man. They got to get that playoff push going. Ooh, nice job. Stoits to Rico Ramos Jr. There you go. There you go. Make sure you guys are leaving a like here on the stream. Would highly appreciate it. Drive that algorithm.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Help me help you. Two to Trey. Swung on a miss. Hard pitch to hit. Triple digits. Ramos Jr. is lighting it up. Bigger game for San Francisco than it is for Phoenix. Oh, nice shot. Lobo makes the catch. We're going to go to the top of the 5th. This game's almost halfway over, guys. We got a pitching duel. It's moving quickly. Oh, nice pitch. The two-seam fastball on the outside corner. Ouch. That's the beauty of quick counts, man. It can move through a little bit. Hitting that like button like smackaroni. Says Vibes. What a pitch, dude. Dude. Lensko. How many strikeouts does this guy have? 73 pitches so far? What's he got going on right now? Wait, what does it tell me? No. It doesn't tell me. Strikeouts. 7 strikeouts for Jerome Lensko. This guy's going off. Putting the team on his shoulders. Game 162. They needed a big performance out of this guy, and they're getting it. The 2-2. Foul. Channel points moment. Over, under. Yes. Kook, let's do that. Let's do that. 50 channel points. 50, 50, 50. That's good for a player upgrade. Right there. 50 channel points. Oh my god, dude. 8 strikeouts. Over, under. Question. Oh my god. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see?
Leading off for the Grizzlies, the third baseman, Timothy.
I don't even want to make that a prop. I don't want to make it a prop at all. Let's do this prop. Winning team. Okay? Winning team.
The batter, number
Over or under 1.5 runs. Winning team. 1.5 runs. Over, under.
Ball, that's out.
So it doesn't matter who wins, just the winning team has over or under 1.5 runs for 50 channel points.
Ball 4.
So if you say over, then they're going to have 2+. If you say under, they're going to have 1. The winning team's going to have 1. Odds are, with the 5th inning, you should probably take the over. That's what I would do. But that would be crazy if this game turns out to be 1-0. There's a base hit, Vito Vega. Okay, so we got 1 down, 2 runners on. .99. So Rico Ramos, one of our supporters in this league, he actually had both these players. Oh my gosh, that's a base hit. Base hit down the line. They're gonna head home here. Here comes the throw. It's a 1-0 game. Ruben Law comes through with the base knock. Okay, so San Francisco currently, they're still meeting the under. And we're going to actually pinch hit. we're gonna actually pinch hit. I'm doing this because we want Jimbo in the game. So he's coming off. He's coming off the bench, and maybe. Oh my God! Look how big he is. Look how big this dude is when you play with him. Oh my God! Oh shoot! We don't want to fix. We don't want to fix the outcome here. Even though we kind of are. 87 pitches for Ramos Jr. So now we got this big boy, Jimbo Crawford, loves to hit against lefties. This would be good for everybody slamming the over. If Jimbo can come through. Ramos Jr. looking for the strikeout. Here comes. Oh, he got him. 99, and he was way ahead of it. Ouch. Way ahead. He looks like King Griff's Big Daddy Dirt. Oh, yeah. Yeah. 1-2 pitcher. Wyatt Street pops it up. Lobo's there. But San Francisco will get the 1 run that they needed to take the lead, thanks to Ruben Law. Mr. Ruben Law. So Lensko's going to still head on out here. 3-2 pitch upcoming. This dude's got 8 strikeouts. 8 Ks on Phoenix. Try to get number 9 right there with a strikeout. But he's got 83 pitches. I don't know if he's going to get through the game, guys. He might have to rely on his bullpen to finish this thing off. The 3-2. Ground ball again. So Chuck Storm hanging in there. Really worked him. 8 pitches in the at-bat. Got him. That should be strike 3. No, though, man. Okay. So that should be, guys, the first base runner. No. Nope. Micah Ruth had a walk. Okay, so the perfect game was over a little while ago. So Vladdy Drago, 2-2 pitch here. Base hit. Yes, that's a base hit down the line. It could have been a foul ball, man. Umpire says no. But that'll break up the no-hitter. But Drago's got 38 doubles now in the season. Let's see where this was. Nope, yeah, that was a base hit. For sure. For sure. Down the line. Over the bag. Yep. Good call, Blue. Good call, Blue. But it is still a 1-0 game.
What do you got?
Need a big K right here. Keep the lead intact.
Count
3-2. He's starting to lose it a little bit. Yeah. Donald Valentine, and Mike Smith. Donald. Oh, my God. Oh, a walk. Bases loaded. Oh, no. How does this happen, guys? You throw a no-no up until the 6th inning, and then the wheels completely fall off. It's a full count, guys. You got nowhere to put them. Strike 3. Got him. The 2-seamer. Got him. Christian Gamer says, what's the question? Is it too late to join? I would say yes. I would say yes. It's too late to join right now, but we'll have another channel points question going here. But the question was, winning team, doesn't matter who it is, winning team, over or under 1.5 runs. And then, of course, when we made that proposition, then of course San Francisco scored the run as soon as we did that. So anybody that's got the under, they're winning right now. But if you're looking for the over, it's looking pretty good for you too, because if Phoenix gets a run here, somebody's got to win. So they'd be over 1.5. That's a ground ball. Here's a double play opportunity. They've got to get Colton Cannon. They do. What a job by Trey Mashburn. Whoa. Look at how hot this thing came off the bat, and then he made that really slick play right there off the one hop. Had to throw off his back foot, and then to get back here and then scoop the thing. Amazing job by Trey Mashburn. Yeah, like he might have saved the game right there. What's up, Josh? This is our first game of the night. First game of the night. We've had some interesting sims for sure. But the NL is just a complete mess. The NL's like, whoa, Vincent, what are we doing? Don't swing at that.
The batter, number 38.
Oh, that's a deep shot. Gapper. Left center field, Gapper. Mashburn's definitely got 2. '29th double on the season. I didn't get the joke. Shadow Sports, I didn't get the joke, buddy. I've probably heard the phrase "you're losing it." I've never heard of it. Is Mashburn going for third? Is he actually going to do it? No, he didn't do it. Probably smart. He knows his speed. He knows what's up. All right, San Fran in business. It's a little pop up left center field, converging. It's going to fall in. Oh, they throw it away. Oh, they threw it over third base. Mashburn got a late break. But Balladares could have thrown it over third baseman, but luckily Kirkland was there. Kirkland was there to save it. Oh my God. So here we go. Liad. If you guys are voting for the over, you need a base hit right here. Ground ball. Shooting 4. Going 1. Double play. End of the inning. You guys that have voted for the over, like on the edge of your seats. There's been 2 back-to-back innings where it could have worked out for you. But yeah, it was a smart move. You got to go for. It's right in front of you. Then you go 1. That was the right play. That was the right move. All right. Again, guys that voted for the over, here's your dude, Kevin Stoitz. You need a big shot from him. That's the thing. Like in GGBL, anybody can hit a home run. You know? Oh my God, Stoitz strikes out. Is he starting to lose it a little bit, guys? Jawan Rutgen, Kazin.
Number 3.
Sports Game Josh. Wow, both sides with a huge bases loaded double plays. I joined at the right time. It's been a good game. We had a near no hitter. Now the offense is starting to come back around a little bit. I don't think tonight's going to be anything less than just pure entertainment. Like, this is just game number 1. I think we might have like 4 games to show tonight. I know we definitely got to watch. I mean, there's a ton of NL matchups. We got to watch Seattle, Wisconsin. Wisconsin, of course, is done, but Seattle's still in it. I think that game should be next, probably. If San Francisco wins this, Seattle should be next, because we got to see if they're going to survive. Then you got the Blue Sox, you got the Sting, you got the good boys. It's crazy. NL is crazy right now. AL not so much. We still have some things to figure out in the AL, but we'll get there when we get there. And depending on like what time that we get to all these games, like we could even bleed this into tomorrow afternoon. And I've got time. The kids and the wife are going up to a family friend's house, so I'm good. I can do it as long as I want. Tomorrow afternoon.
I got 3 and 2.
By the way, if you guys have not joined my Discord, I highly encourage you guys to do that, because that is where I talk a lot about the GGBL. Have a lot of discussions happening there. We got rumor mill. I just restructured it too. We got transactions, rumor mill, prospects, some screenshots that I like to take and share with you guys while I'm doing my recordings and stuff. So it's a good time. It's a good time. So if you're not in there, join. And nope, that's not what I wanted here. I want the Discord link. There we go, right there. Post that
Number 14.
in the live chat right there. There you go. I think all of you guys are in there though. Mena, Kook, Sports Gaming Josh, Vibes, Christian Gamer, you guys are all in there. I don't know if Shadow Sports is or not though. I don't know if he's in there yet. But this game's flying by, guys. We got 2 outs here in the 7th. Still a 1-0 game. Anybody picking the over is in a good spot. The under, I should say. Anybody picking the under is in a good spot. Broken bat. Is that gonna be a base hit? That's insane. That is the goofiest base hit I've ever seen. Broken bat. Stoitz goes to first base instead of just. Dude, he's washed. He is officially washed. What are we doing, man? No way he didn't field that. The shadow's right next to him. Hold on a second. This is where the ball... Okay, this is where the ball landed. Is this where Stoitz was? Yep. He could have fielded that, man. What's he doing? Oh, wait. No. Was it a ground ball? No. It wasn't a ground ball. I was going to say, I mean, that would, if it was a ground ball, that would have had to bounce off the plate or something, because that would have been a really big bounce. But, dude, it's a fly ball. It's a little pop-up, dude. You were right there. Field your position, man. What are you doing? AI heads finest. That'd be the end of the inning. Oh, hey, you got another chance. That one he fielded. That one he fielded fine. He's like, okay, don't laugh at me. Anybody? Shut your damn mouth. Don't laugh at me. All right, Peter Kimball. Former closer, by the way. So I don't really know what happened there, but former closer Peter Kimball coming on in setup duty here in a 1-0 game. Kook. Wait a minute. I can catch the ball? That's a cool tech I found out. Ruth strikes out. Storm and Drago. Storm and Drago coming up next. I think this Teddy Hitchcock guy is the closer. Might be Keibert Romero. I guess I don't remember. But 1-2. Storm takes it. Man, the game just has to be close, huh? Yes, it does. We'll probably get some games here tonight. Swing and a miss. Still change. 2 quick outs for Phoenix. How long has this been going? Let's see. It took us... Man, that was half an hour. What is happening in this game? He has to catch that in the batter's circle. The batter's box. On deck circle. Sorry. I'm losing my train of thought here. Alright, so Fiber's being held down to 1 hit. That's pretty crazy. So, it took us 35 minutes to get to kind of setting up everything, do a couple sims. So really, we've only been watching this game for 20 minutes. It's only taken us 20 minutes. It's not bad. That's not bad. That's a good thing about quick counts. The bad thing about quick counts, a lot of pitchers, their pitch counts get driven up way high. Kind of ruins a little immersion for me. But I do like the speed that you can get through all these games, all these narratives that you can hit. But Kirkland's gonna K Mashburn. They're trying to get some insurance runs, guys. They really need it. They don't want to get into the bottom of the ninth. Just don't want to do it. Little fly ball to center. Drago's got that one. And we got 2 outs here. Number 6 hole hitter Timothy Pierce is 0 for 6 in the series. He's got to kind of get his game back on track, getting ready for the postseason. But we're kind of a long way away from that. We are 3 outs away from San Francisco potentially get into the playoffs. I think if they win this one, I think they win the division. But if I'm remembering right, I think even if Seattle wins, they tie. I have to go back and look at it. So this is still a big 3 outs right here for San Fran. So Hitchcock, 50 saves. He was the saves leader up until Skarsgård tied him in the last game. So if he can notch a save right here, gets up to 51. Skarsgård has another opportunity here in game 162 that we're going to watch Richmond and Miami. He's got another chance to get another tie with 51 each, but Hitchcock has been the man. They need him to be the man right here. 1-2-3 for Phoenix. 2-2 pitch. That's a broken bat. Got to make the play here for Hitchcock. He barehands it. Sling it over to first base. Got out number 1. 2 more outs for the Grizzlies. They got Ruth, and then they got Cannon and Stoitz. Not a bunch of guys that you want to face in this situation. But a ground ball here. Streets will take his time, sling it over there. Out number 2. 1 out away. And we got Cannon. 0 for 3. 99 RBIs during the season. He definitely wants number 100, doesn't he? What if he can get a solo shot here with 2-2 pitch, or 1-2 pitch, excuse me. Now 2-2. 2 strikes on him. Shooting for that high fastball. Thought he would chase. There it is. Curveball. Strike 3. This game's over. You guys that said the over lost the bet. It is a 1-0 final. Those of you guys that said under, if there were any under votes out there, you guys won it. Everybody said over. Vibe said over. Shadow said over. Mena said over. Kook said over. Nobody said under. Nobody said under. But the Grizzlies get a victory, and it was a really solid victory. They one-hit Phoenix, guys. You know what? Had Lensko not given up that knock, they would have no-hit him. The bullpen was great after Lensko. 9 Ks, across 5 1/3. It was a great job. It was a great job. Unfortunately for Rico Ramos, like, he was solid, man. 5 innings, 6 Ks. But the 1 earned run and you lose. Like, your offense did not do anything for Phoenix. All right, standings. Let's take a look. So the Grizzlies, wow, they're even despite the win, they're saying that they're not in yet. They haven't clinched yet. They haven't clinched the postseason yet. That's pretty nuts. You do your job, you win in game 162, and you still can't be clinched automatically for the postseason. That's pretty nuts, guys. So the Emeralds game against the Wisconsin Maples, I think that one might be next, and then I think at that point then we can figure out who won the NL West. I think that makes the most sense. That's good for some closure there. But then at that point, then really the Emeralds, no matter what they do, okay, so if they lose, they're going to need the good boys to lose. Then there's a tiebreaker involved. If the Blue Sox or the Swing lose at that point, then it doesn't matter because they're at 89 wins. So really what the Swing and the Blue Sox are hoping for in this situation is that the good boys, well, yeah, it doesn't matter because there's three playoff spots. So kind of what the Swing and the Blue Sox are hoping for is that they don't have a 4-way tie. They don't want to be in that situation. They don't want the good boys to win. They don't want the Emeralds to win. They don't want to tie in that record at 89 and 72. Or it could be actually 90 and 72, but you get what I mean. They just don't want that to happen. So they can control their own destiny. If the Blue Sox win, they get to 90. The Swing win, they get to 90. Good boys can't catch them. Emeralds can't catch them. These guys can't lose, and these guys can't win if you're rooting for the Swing or the Blue Sox. But anyway, that kind of sets that up. So let's get into the Emeralds game. Hemingway against Mata. Hemingway against Mata. And real quick, just want to see what the lineup's looking like here. I don't know what Mata is. Is he a lefty? No, he's a right-hander. Giancarlo Mata. So Shevchuk's actually the next pitcher to go. I might actually throw Shevchuk in this situation. What do you think, Kook? What do you think? You want your guy to go here? I think he should. I think he should go. Let's see what he is health-wise. Maples. Shadow. Maples. He's ready. He's ready to go. I think he should go. Like, if you lose this game, again, if we can take a look at this, if you lose this game, like if you win, you're in some sort of weird tiebreaker to figure out who's going to win the division. And you need to win because you need to get to 89. You need to be one of the teams here in the wild card to get to 89. And you really put a lot of pressure on Richmond to get their win. They got to get to 89 too, because if they lose, they're out. You'll have 3 89-win teams, and the good boys are then therefore out. So, yeah, that's what really hits. This is the moment. Chevy goes in. I agree. Have Shevchuk go. Okay, here we go. All right, Shevchuk against Giancarlo Mata. Again, we'll do quick counts. And again, just to kind of set this up one more time, if the Emeralds get a victory here, then that gets them to 89 wins. And that sets them up with a tie for the division for the NL West with the Grizzlies. It also puts pressure on Richmond to get a victory to get their 89th win to stay alive for the wild card. Yeah. So, I mean, this is big. This is absolutely huge. If Seattle loses, they could be out. If Richmond wins after a Seattle loss, Richmond's in, I think. I mean, we don't really know, do we? If Richmond wins, they're in. You got to get to 89 wins. No matter what happens, you got to get to 89 wins. So this is big time right here. All right, let's get it underway, man. Cool matchup. Love this look here. We got the mint green, the emerald green, and white against the Wisconsin Maples in red. Cool matchup, guys. Cool matchup.
3-1.
Vibe says that's insane. GG Grizzlies. Oh, hot shot here. Nice play at second. For the first out of the game. Yeah, dude, like I could go on and on and on about all the scenarios, but I mean, if one of the 88 win teams, Seattle or Richmond, they both lose game 162, then for the third playoff spot, then it's up to a tiebreaker. Because the Swing have 89 wins. They could get up to 90. And the Grizzlies have 89 wins. They're winning the division. Seattle loses. Who else was up there? Blue Sox. They're 89 wins too. So they could get up to 90 with a victory. But yeah, imagine if Seattle wins and Richmond wins. They're at 89. Tied with the Swing and the Blue Sox. And then the Swing and the Blue Sox lose. You got 4 teams that have 89 wins shooting for 3 playoff spots. And we don't know how the tiebreakers are going to work. So, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty nuts. Let me actually fix my mic here because I think I'm like losing it. All right, come on, Walker. Get there, you big fat lug.
Ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Oof. This Tyson Wright's kind of a tough at-bat. 25 pitches right now for Shevchuk, and that's, you know, not very efficient for the first inning here. 2-2, and that is a base hit. You got to come up throwing here, Tora. Come up throwing. Here he comes. The throw to home. They got, oh, just late. Oh, no, Chevy, no. Don't do this to us. Oh, just close. Just so close. God damn it. Oh, my God. I hate this so much, dude. I hate this. Here we go. Okay, hey, it's just 1 run. It's just 1 run. Seattle should be able to hit Giancarlo Mata. But, I mean, Tyson Wright, he seemed to, like, have his number. Why does he never seem to get it done on stream? I have no idea, dude. But look at this dude. 6.44 ERA. A lot of strikeouts. 194, but, like, he's going to give up some knocks. Seattle's got a good lineup.
Number 55. Yep. Batting second. The left field. Number 50.
Like, look at Joshua Tora, like 250. He's been in this league since the beginning of the series. So, oh, deep drive, solo shot for Tora. 110, dude. Kook, 110 on the exit velo. Smashed it, dude. Vibe says hello. Dude, I'm telling you, he's gonna give up runs. Oh my God! He absolutely just destroyed that. High inside fastball. Boom. Dude's hitting 250. Finally decided to do something. Look at Clayton Hall, 36 homers. That's not really in his game. It's more of a contact hitting first baseman. But 36 home runs, like, that's a career season for Clayton Hall.
Ball 4.
That might have been the same pitch location as that home run. This team's got some power. Duckworth's got 27 and is actually hitting for high average. You had the breakout by Clayton Hall. Tora can bop a few. Gabriel Oakes, the catcher, he can hit a couple home runs. This team's interesting. I gotta say, I like Seattle more than I like Richmond this year. So, if Richmond makes the postseason, I still don't think that they're going to do much. But it seems like we say that every single year.
2-2.
Walker. Never doubt Richmond's this sports game, Josh.
Leading off for Wisconsin, the left fielder,
Gotta be careful with this guy, Michael Estrada. Sitting 247. But we've seen him do some stuff in gameplay. I think it was like a couple of seasons ago. He was one of the bigger prospects for the Maples. Hasn't been really that consistent of a player, but got to watch out for him here. Here's Fredington Grand III. This guy was traded for Jimbo Crawford. It looks pretty good in the Maples uniform, I got to say. That mustache makes him seem like a lumberjack. Hitting 306 as a catcher. Love it. There's a base hit for Grand III. There you go, Sports Gaming Josh. There's your boy. Keep bumping up that batting average. Make a good case for the fans of the Maples to love you even more. Deep drive to center. Chasing is Kobayashi. He's got it. Easy out number 2.
Now batting, designated hitter, Wally Hill.
I don't know what it is, guys, but maybe it's because all these teams are my babies. But I just look across, I look at the uniforms, I look at the logos, and I'm like, you know what? There is not a single GGBL team that I'm not proud of the branding. I'm proud of the work that was done. Like, I look at the Emeralds and I'm like, man, that green is so cool. I look at the Maples and the Wisconsin text. It just seems very Wisconsin-y. You know? The Maples logo with the maple leaf on the hat. You know, it's just simple stuff. I don't know. There's not one team in the league that I hate their branding. Like, look at that hat. Got the M on there with the little maple leaf. I think even some of the crazy stuff like Boston and Vancouver are probably the most crazy uniforms. Vancouver with the away uniforms with that gold road jersey and pants. It's a little gaudy. New Orleans with their blue pants and blue uniform on the road. It's a little, it's a little crazy. But you got to have some of that. You got to sprinkle that in there somewhere. Oh, hey, base hit. Dude, Caleb Callaway. That could be 3, honestly. Oliver's going to bump into the wall here. Nope, I guess not. Callaway took it easy a little bit there. But 40 doubles for Caleb Callaway. He has really come on. I didn't think that this guy, he's a custom player, shortstop. I didn't think that he was going to be like this, like showcasing the power. You guys saw the stats where he had 29 homers, 99 ribs. I didn't think he was going to turn into that. And then you got Gabriel Oakes here too. Good power hitting catcher. It's just a sneaky Seattle team. Then you got Seiko in the number 9 hole hitter. Oh, line drive here.
Now batting, number 55.
Oh, Christian Gamer. I appreciate the kind words, but he doesn't know we exist. That's a creator that has no idea that we even exist. And to be fair, I didn't know that he existed when I made the channel. So Kobayashi strikes out. That was a big inning for Seattle, but he couldn't get it done.
Leading off for the Tin.
So his name is Goldglove TV. And I've had Goldglover 9 as my Xbox gamer tag since I was like, you know, back in 2008 or something, you know, something crazy. I didn't know that guy existed. That was my name, Goldglover 9. That was my name. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just call that the YouTube channel, Goldglover 9. And then it was until after I made my channel that I figured out that guy existed, and I already had a following, and I'm like, oh god, this sucks. Do I change my name? Do I change Goldglover 9? I guess we'll be GG9. That one didn't really stick. Then we made Goldglover Baseball League, the GGBL. Of course, he makes his own custom league called the GGBL. After that, he probably didn't even know we even existed. But here we are. Here we stand. No matter what happens, we existed long before. All right, we are through the top of the third. Let's go bottom three. It was a very, very quick inning for Shevchuk in the game. I love the running pizzazz logo. Honestly, dude, it might be the best logo in the league. Is the Pizza Man, for sure. I'm thinking of all of the other leagues, all the other logos in our league, and I can't really think of a better one. I mean, the Good Boys one, like, how can you not love the Good Boys? It's a retriever dog. It's a retriever dog holding onto a bat. You know, he's the bat dog. He's a retriever. He's a good boy. Good Boys are cool. Pizzazz are cool. Yeah, between those two teams, Pizzazz and the Good Boys, I don't know. I can't think of anything else. Like, we got some wordmark logos, like Seattle, Wisconsin. Pittsburgh's kind of cool because of the hammer. I don't know if you guys ever saw that. If you've ever even noticed it. The P is a hammer. I don't even know if you guys have noticed that or not. Oh, come on, Kook. Richmond actually has the worst logo in all of the GGBL. Come on. Come on, Kook. That's just bias. Sun Sox are pretty good. Yeah, Sun Sox are good, too. Christian Gamer says, I noticed that one immediately. Hammer's logo is pretty good, too. I noticed the hammer. Okay, all right. So it is noticeable. That's good. It's not as subtle. I wanted people to notice it. Meta says, I grew up in New York, so I tip my hat to that Pizzazz logo. I feel like you can't go wrong with New York being red, white, blue, and yellow. There's just something about that mix where it just feels very New Yorky. I don't know what it is. New York pizza. I don't know. I'm thinking back to like the 80s New York setting. Seems red, white, blue, and that bright blue and yellow. I don't know what it is. The Monarchs logo is almost identical to the one in real, because it is. Because it is, Shadow Sports. It is. GGBL wanted the Kansas City Monarchs to be the Kansas City Monarchs. They wanted to bring them back. Tip of the cap to the Negro Leagues. That's a deep drive by Tyson Wright. Oh my goodness. Tora giving chase at the warning track. Makes the catch. Man. Tyson Wright is all over Shevchuk right now. Even though New York City's official colors are navy blue, white, and orange. Okay. Well, then it's a little spin. Then it's an alternate. It's an alternate look. maybe we change. Maybe we change the pizzazz to a deeper blue, and we change the red to orange. That could be. That could be an option. That could be an option. They haven't done anything in this league, you know? They just haven't done anything in this league. That might be an option, guys. We might have to consider that. A rebrand. A lot of teams haven't done much. They go through rebrands all the time. So we can definitely do that.
count.
A deeper blue for the pizzazz, I'd love to.
Number 16.
Travis Swaggerty got signed elsewhere, and they made a post about him as a former Monarch or something interesting. Pizzazz being bad just makes me feel sad. They made the Gold Series in 2021, but lost to Ichiman and the Blue Sox. Yep, it's true. It's true. Mena would say, he says he would love to see a rebrand. We might, well, then we might have to do it then.
1-2.
I would not be against it. Oh, again, Caleb Callaway. Dude, this guy is insane. That's not going to be a triple here. I thought the last one was more triple. Had a better chance at a triple than that one. That one he hit way too hard. It's 41 doubles for Callaway. And he's just going the other way. He's a good hitter. So now they got another shot. Get some runs up here on the board.
2-1.
17 bombs for Oaks. Take that one high. You know, Giancarlo Mata, this guy came over from Pittsburgh. Speaking of the Hammers. He signed in free agency. Base hit down the line. Rounding third, headed home is Callaway, and Gabriel Oaks delivers the base hit. He's trying to get a little greedy. A little slow there, Gabe. You're a catcher. Don't try to do too much. Yeah, drive safe, Christian Gamer. Drive safe, bud. Shevchuk's got a 2-1 lead. 2-2 here to Grand. Gonna make it 3-2. So what are you rooting for here, Josh? Are you rooting for your guy to come through against Shevchuk, or do you want Seattle to win this game? It's a tough test here. What do you need? What do you need to happen? 3-2. Foul ball. He's fighting. Fighting it off. Oh, we got him. He got him. Grant has my loyalties in this case, says Josh. Well, he just went down swinging. 97. Hit it. Was way too early. Never mind. Disowned. Man, that was easy. That was easy. He gets a base hit and he strikes out. And Josh says he's disowned. Oh, Duckworth. We see it almost every time that we see Duckworth play second base. Every time we see him play second base, he's doing something like that. He's making errors constantly. That's why he gets moved around to DH, and then he gets all pissy. I want to play second.
Outside.
Brutal. Brutal. They gave it a hit.
Ball.
So double play ball is absolutely needed. 90 pitches for Shevchuk in the 5th inning in the 2-1 game. Ugh. That's the quick counts for you guys. It's quick counts. Big pitch right here, 3-2. Oh, just missed. He just missed. And they're going to take him out. Oh, man. Game 162. They got the lead, so Shevchuk did his job, but they're going to depend on Ramon Anaya. Oh, God. God, they need a double play. Dallas splits his 180 average with runners in scoring position. 1-2. Anaya. Oh, I drive. Almost a base hit. Can't even get the win, says Kook. Yeah, but yeah. I think you just need 89. You need 89. That's what you need. You need your 89th win. Huge strikeout, but now you get righty-righty matchup. Aiden Oliver, dude. Aiden Oliver's the best hitter. He's one of the better GGBL hitters, and he's going to pop him up. Kobayashi's got to get there. He's got to the spot and makes the catch. They're out of the 5th inning. They hold. The bullpen holds. But now you got to get to Mata right here. 85 pitches in the 5th. You got to get to him. We need a Seiko home run. That's what we need.
That's a ball. 2 balls.
Imagine when Seiko Ichiman retires, guys. Won't that be something? Is that gonna fall? No. Too much speed. Too much speed from Aiden Oliver out there in center field. But imagine when Seiko Ichiman retires. He was one of the very first custom players that was like somebody back in GGBL 21. And then now he's played 7 seasons here. And when he's gone, it'll be a little bit bittersweet, you know? Especially all of our custom players that came in season number 1 here in this league. Base hit from Tora. Sports Gaming Josh says Anaya is a really solid pitcher. He really is. He's a good one. He won the Best Pitcher Award.
Ball 2. 2-2.
You know what we should call that award? I don't know why we never thought of it. We've got the MVP. We've got the Gold Series, right? Why don't we call it the Golden Arm? Why have I never thought of that? Call it the Golden Arm Award versus, the Cy Young. The Golden Arm. What? Why have we never thought of it? It's stupid. I'm an idiot, man. We've had 7 seasons for me to figure that out, and I'm just now doing it. Oh! Ichiman! Oh! No. That was so close. I'm like, with Freddie Altoro, they could get this guy out. He's a catcher. He's a slow runner. Look at this on the double hop right there. How close was this? Oh, man. Just another step. Dang. All right, well, Tyson Wright here. He's been hot all game long. He's apparently loving hitting against right-handers. He's 1 for 2. The out actually could have been a home run. He's got him 2-2. That's a deep drive to right field, and it's gone. We called it, didn't we? He's been hot, guys. He's been hot all game. It was only a matter of time. 20th homer for Tyson Wright, and he gives him the lead. That is a backbreaker for the Emeralds, isn't it? It's the Tyson Wright game, says Josh. Dude, and it just snuck out of there. They're running out of outs, guys. They got 6, 7, 8, 9. They got 4 innings left to go. They still got a shot. You know, this definitely hurts. But Seattle's got a chance. And you know, even if they lose this game, they're not out of it. Richmond could still lose.
2-2. Full count. Ball four.
Speaking of logos, I never noticed the leaf on the hat of Wisconsin. I thought it was just an M. Nice touch. Yeah, it's like I got it on their helmet too. It's just like a little, yeah, a little maple leaf. We don't really get to see a whole lot of Wisconsin baseball, so I don't blame you for not noticing it, Mena. We never really see them. They've just been so bad. I'm fuming, says Kook. I would be fuming too. If I'm a Seattle fan, I'd be fuming too. It's hard to follow this team, dude.
Ball. Full count.
But see, like, even if they if they pitched Hemingway, I think Wisconsin matches up better against Hemingway with the players they have. Than they did against Shevchuk. Like, Shevchuk did his job. So now it's just going to be up to Seattle's offense. I think Seattle can win this game. I don't trust Wisconsin pitching. Like, this dude's up to 110. He got another strike. 110 pitches for Giancarlo Mata. What are we doing right now? He's up to 113. They're just going to let this guy go. Now, what are we doing, Walker?
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Seattle's got the names. I think I trust him in 4 innings. Another strikeout, dude. Mata's bringing down his ERA. Oh my God, 100. He's gonna pitch 120. What is going on? Yeah, this dude had a 6.44 ERA. He's never been any good at all. He's never had lower than a 4.9 or 4.5 ERA, but he strikes out a bunch of people. Look at this dude. 88 overall pitcher. His ERA is terrible, but that's a lot of strikeouts, guys. Gives up a lot of home runs. Home runs are his. Look how many runs he gives up in a season. 125 earned runs. That's a crap ton, dude. This is true, Kook. Names are only names. Yankees had names. Didn't help them win the World Series. Mata is having a career game. Ironically. Yeah, how many walks has he had? Not many.
3 balls, 1 strike.
So you got Murphy and Callaway coming up. And he popped them up. Looks like Altoro's he's gonna get this one. He got that camped underneath it. That is it. 4 to 6. Let's go to the 7th inning. Still 3-2 game.
One, two.
Seattle has to find a way. They got to find a way to get a victory.
Ball 2.
And if they don't, they just better hope that Richmond loses. Oh, no. Deep drive, Lawrence Hansen. Larry. Lawrence Hanson. 10th home run on the season. Reaching double digits. Not a guy with a ton of power, but he hits one out here. Makes it a 4-2 game. And the Seattle fans starting to get a little worried.
Ball.
I'm going to go back and look here real quick because I think there was another team.
Ball 4, inside.
Okay, so the Grizzlies got the win, so they've got 89. Yeah, that's the setup right now. Swing 89, Blue Sox 89, Grizzlies 89, Good Boys, Emeralds 88. So pretty much, if the Good Boys lose this next game, and if they can't get to 89 wins, then they're out, and the Emeralds are out.
Ball.
The thing with the Emeralds is why they're not eliminated yet is because if they can get to 89 wins, they would tie with the Grizzlies at 89. The Blue Sox have 89. They still have yet to play. The Swing have 89. They have still yet to play. So it really just depends. Like, every one of these guys controls their own destiny at this point. They control their own destiny. So, yeah, the Emeralds have to get a win to get to 89. And then the only way they can get in is by a tiebreaker. Because the Grizzlies have 89, the Blue Sox have 89, and the Swing have 89. Their hope is all three of those teams, well, all two of those teams, the Swing and the Blue Sox, stay at 89. Because if they get to 90, then they've clinched the wild card spots. Like, no other team can catch them. They got 90 wins. That'll be your 1-2 team right there for the wild card spot. So really, the third playoff spot is going to come down to Grizzlies and Emeralds breaking a tiebreaker if both teams are at 89. If the Emeralds lose here right now, they're out. No matter what happens. With the Good Boys, no matter what happens, they're just out. Because now you got the Swing, the Blue Sox, and the Grizzlies at 89. So that's the number. You got to get to 89. And, yeah. I don't think they're going to... I don't know, man. They got 3 innings. 7th, 8th, and 9th. They got to find a way here. But they do get a really nice... No. Nice play there by Clayton Hall. No double play. How many earned runs did Mata give up? What was his most? I think it was like 130 something. 130 runs.
2-2.
Let me go back and look.
Ball 3. Full count.
Yeah, 134 earned runs in 2025. Yeah. He's good for like over a... So, okay. Hey, deep drive El Toro, but that'll be caught by Kobayashi. So if I go back, like, even to 2024, like, listen to this. He's had 4 straight seasons of over 100 runs, 100 earned runs scored. 4 straight seasons. 119, 134, 103, 127, 96 in 2028, where he had the best ERA he's ever had at a 4.52, and then now this year 125. He's good for like 30 plus home runs given up every single season. He's just not a very good pitcher. He's just not very good. He gives up runs, a lot of them, but he strikes out a bunch of guys too.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
All right, so Rodrigo Escalona, Callaway, striking out. He hadn't done that all game long. 2 for 2. 2 doubles. We're going to get Oaks to flip around here on the right-hand side now. See if we can get a little extra base hit. They need it very, very badly. There it is! Oaks! Dude, I watched this game so much. I watched this game way too much. You can just feel it. You can feel it happening. Oaks, 18th home run, pulls Seattle within 1 run. They're back in it. You could just sit there and you could just feel it, man. You're like, they need an extra base hit. And they got what they needed right there. What are Seiko's numbers against left-handers? Ooh, 39 contact and 40 power. Ouch. Maybe he finds a way here. I don't know. 3-1 pitch. Gotta be thinking something low. Like a low fastball. Nope, high fastball. Still sticking with that high fastball. Interesting. Regression has hit Ichiman pretty hard. Oh man, that was a paint job. That was a paint job right there. What is Ichiman now? Oh no, I guess I can't see it. What was he, Josh? Dan Shelley coming out with a 6.54. Look at the Maples pitching staff, guys. They have so many dudes that have these crazy ERAs. Whoa, Kobayashi, what are we doing, dude? God, what are you doing? You're losing. Don't offer it that. That's disgusting. How far out in front were you? Oh my God. Dude, bro, you're it hadn't even gotten to you yet. What are we doing? Could you imagine that? Could you imagine being in that situation? Like, look at your swing is like done right there. The baseball's like way out here. That's another one. That's another 2 players. That's another 2 players ahead, dude. Yeah, sup, Javi Baez. Oh my God. Goro. That's not good. You got 6 outs. 6 outs to play with, guys.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
If you're a Seattle fan.
Full count.
Oh my goodness, dude. Tyson Wright. Are you kidding me? He gets the Oaks home run right back. Wow. I don't even know what to say. This guy's just gone off. Five to 3 game.
That's an out.
Now back, left fielder, Michael Estrada.
Kook says you gotta be shitting me. Yep. The Tyson Wright game, says Josh. Mata had a literal game of his life and Tyson Wright having himself a day. Unbelievable. I mean, it's not over. Like 2 runs is definitely doable. It's a ballpark you can hit home runs in for sure. As evident. We got an Oaks home run, Tora. You got Tyson Wright with 2 home runs. Tyson Wright has 2 home runs. So it's possible. It's still doable. You guys got Clayton Hall. You got Walker Littier. You got dudes. You got some horses.
Now batting, number 47.
2-1. Hit high. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
This is a scary at bat, though. You got to get Freddington Grant. Got him. Nice pitch. Good pitch. Beautiful pitch. But this dude's insane. Tyson Wright. Yeah. Give me all the home runs. All right, Jamie Kapatic. 10.07 ERA. What is with the Maples pitching staff? That has to be a focus point for them in the offseason. They have to. Oh, dang it. Line drive to Grand. Playing first base here today. Clayton Hall coming up. This is absolutely critical. You got 2, 3, 4 coming up. 2 hole hitters out. You're going to have to go up against Neo Zamora. Pretty automatic closer. Like if you don't get a run right here, I think you're done. Yeah, it's not looking good, guys. Not looking good for Seattle.
No.
You've got
2 balls, 1 strike.
Letier, Murphy, and then Callaway. 5, 6, 7. In the next inning. If Duckworth gets out, then that's what you got coming up. But, like, you need to increase your odds here. You need to get a run right now. Cook says, welcome to below 10% chance of winning. Line drive right to Dallas Blitz. And now the Emeralds are down to 3 outs. We'll make a pitch and change here. Andres Alfonso, 8 innings and none earned against him. We got Lawrence Hanson. I forgot about this guy. He hit a home run too. So yeah, it's doable. Home runs in this ballpark, doable. Josh says, oh, here's a base hit. Down the line, could be 2. Maybe. Murphy's got this one. Nice arm. In right field, that'll be holding him to a single. Josh says, can't really hate the at-bat for Grand there. Rough at-bats with 3 Ks after his first at-bat single. Yep. Okay. So I'm a little late to that comment, but either way, it applies.
No, that's a ball.
Some of these guys have sometimes they have rough at-bats, you know. If we saw like 3 consecutive games with your custom players, I'm sure you'd see some success with those guys, more sustained success. But you know, when we only get 1 game of the guy, you know, you only get 3 at-bats, 4 at-bats to really do something. So odds are, baseball, you're gonna fail more than you succeed. So it is what it is. Seattle can't win the big one because they can't play in important games, says Kook. Wisconsin showing up in a game that means nothing to them is peak cinema. Baseball is a cruel game. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is very cruel. Believe me, I know. Good pitch to Dallas Blitz, but he wasn't biting. So I'm thinking the next game, guys, that we're going to have to watch would be Richmond. I think we have to at that point. If Seattle well, I guess no matter what, it's got to be Richmond because we got to see if they can get to the 89th win. If they can get to 89 wins. I don't think they're in. No, they're not in yet. If they lose, we know they're out. If they win, I think that they've got to do some sort of weird tiebreaker. Okay. Let's buckle up. Let's see if Seattle can find a way here. 36 opportunities. Not a lot of opportunities for Zamora. He's had better seasons, I think. Let's see what he's had here. Yeah, 44 saves, 35. Something happened there in 2026 where he was a holds guy. And, yeah, he's been a very, very good relief pitcher here. So he's got a couple righties to face off against. He throws nothing soft. He's all heat all the time. That's a deep drive to right center field. Look at what we got here. That's a leadoff double from Walker Lettier. Ooh, first pitch swinging in gameplay. I don't remember what exactly his count was, but nice job by Lettier. We might have something here, says Kook. William Murphy in a 3-2 count. Zamora delivers, and that is a line drive to right, and that's going to be caught. So at least they gave it a chance here. But number 7 hole hitter is you know who. It's Caleb Callaway. It is a mountain to climb for sure. Definitely. 2 runs. But you know what you're facing off against. You know that this guy's got nothing soft. It's all heat. 1-1 pitch. Sinker. With some good bite to it. Callaway got to find a way here. You go down 2 outs. That's not fun. That is not fun at all. 1-2 pitch. Got to be on your toes here. Oh. Whew. Backing him up with a 98 at the face. So what's he going to bring now? Is he going to come back up there? Or is he going to bust you outside and hope that you maybe just don't stick your bat out there? Take it the opposite way. We'll see. 2-2 pitch. Zamora firing it right down the middle. He took a little bit off. It's a 2-seamer hitting 91. And even though it's a fast pitch at 91, it's still just enough to throw you off. Callaway strikes out. Now it's going to be up to Gabriel Oakes. He's already 2 for 2 today with a home run. But he's in a 1-1 count here. Now he's up. He's down 1-2. Zamora's up in the count. Oakes with potentially Seattle's season on the line. The 1-2. He got him swinging 95 miles an hour. Cut fastball. Extremely tough pitch to handle, guys. It looks like it's a strike coming in. And it barrels in on those hands. You can't do anything about it other than saw your bat off. Saw your hands off. So Zamora shuts it down. Maples get the dub. Emeralds saddle with a loss. Maples will win the series 2-1. Ouch. And I think they're going to look back on this one and say, why in the hell could we not hit Giancarlo Mata? 12 strikeouts, guys. 12 strikeouts. This guy had a career game, and so did Tyson Wright. Lawrence Hansen, 3 for 4, homer. Tyson Wright, 3 for 4, 2 homers. And if they just found a way to shut that guy down, maybe they get a victory. Maybe they get a victory. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know why that the standings didn't update and say that the Emeralds are eliminated. But I think it's because they were waiting to figure out if the Emeralds were going to win the division or not. And now we know that they can't. They can't win the division because the Grizzlies have the 89 wins. So that's a fact. They're in the playoffs. They've clinched the division. And now what we're doing is we're just trying to figure out what's going to happen here with the third wild card spot. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter. The Swing lose, the Blue Sox lose, the Good Boys win. It doesn't matter. These guys have 89 wins. Nobody's going to supplant them. They're in the postseason no matter what happens. So for the first time, guys, for the first time ever, the Swing have made it into the playoffs. That has to be talked about. Look at this. They've never gotten it done. They have progressively gotten better every single season, though. 68, 67, then up to 75, then 80, then 81. They get Ricky Hoberman. They make a couple trades. Now they're in the postseason for the first time ever. You know, that's pretty awesome, I got to say. That is pretty awesome to see that. Let's look at the standings here yet again. It's tough. It's tough because I don't want to overdo it tonight. I don't think it really matters to us, like in gameplay. Oh, they won the division in gameplay. It doesn't matter to me. So I'm actually going to simulate the Swing and the Heat, and then we'll figure out kind of what happens with that division. I will simulate the Sting game as well. The Blue Sox, they're already in it too, so we might as well sim them. And then we'll go right into the Good Boys matchup. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. We still have to figure out Columbus if they're going to make it to the postseason too. So Carolina, Orlando, they're in the postseason. Carolina gets a victory. So they're up to 90 wins now. Cheltenham gets it done. And Atlanta, let's see. So we already did the sim with Atlanta. So they lost the division, I guess, right? Let's hold on 1 second here. Yeah, so the Blue Sox have won the division. They won 7 games in a row in order to get that done. The Sting are now the wild card team. We'll simulate the Swing game here too. Kansas City and New Orleans, Jack Melton and Griffin. And Kansas City will get a victory there 8-1. And so that means the Heat have won their division. They could lose. They'll still win the division no matter what. And so the playoffs have pretty much been set. We just got to do the Good Boys, and I think we'll be done for the NL. Now for the AL side, we got the Swamp Monsters and the Cardinals. That's the tough part because I don't want to sim the Swamp Monsters. I think that wouldn't be fair because if they lose and then the Cardinals in gameplay they get a win and now we're tied and then there's some sort of tiebreaker, I kind of just took it out of Washington's hands at that point. So I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to get some Good Boys gameplay up here right now. We got Zanetti against Michael Jordan. So if the Good Boys get a win, then we've eliminated the Emeralds. In fact, let me go ahead and save this because then I want to know the situation. You know what I mean? Let's figure out the situation here because we might be able to just save some time here. Because if the Good Boys lose, we might end up winning the tiebreaker anyway. You know, it'd just be a waste of 30 minutes. So let's see what happens here. So if the Good Boys win, of course, we're in. We know that. What happens if the Swamp Monsters lose, which they did? Swamp Monsters lose, and the Cardinals will need to get a win. Hopefully that's what happens here. Of course it didn't. So let's back out. Do it here. Let's do it again. I want the Good Boys to lose. Let's do this one thing at a time here. It could save us. It could save us a little bit. Good Boys they like to win in sim, man. They like to win in sim. Come on, Miami. Come on, Miami. What are we doing? God dang it, dude. We don't lose, man. Okay. How many times? How many times? Finally. Okay, so if the good boys lose, there is a tiebreaker at play. So this is interesting. I don't know what happens. So let's just sim. And yeah. So there you go. So the good boys are in no matter what. Yep. Good boys are in no matter what. Even if we lose, we win the tiebreaker over Seattle. So there you go. I'm going to do this again. Yep. So maybe there's some sort of like weird, you know, we lose, but there's other teams that might need to win or lose based on like common opponents or something like that. But it looks like if the good boys lose this, no matter what happens, we're in. So the NL is pretty much decided, guys. The only thing that I want to know is if Washington wins, then they're in. Yes. Washington wins, they're in. Cardinals have been eliminated. So that's a pretty easy one. That's pretty simple. If Columbus wins, and let's save a copy. Save a copy. If Columbus wins and Michigan wins, then we have a tiebreaker. Swamp Monsters and Cardinals. Okay, then what happens? Then Washington's in, no matter what. So if Washington wins, they're in no matter what. No matter what Columbus does, it doesn't matter. Cardinals could win. And yeah, Cardinals could do what they need to do. Washington could still lose. That forces a tie. Washington is still in the postseason. So we're done, guys. We're done. The night is over. The night is done. There's nothing else to do. Richmond's in no matter what. They own the tiebreaker over Seattle. And Washington's in no matter what because the tiebreaker doesn't matter no matter what Columbus does. So really there's nothing else to do tonight. Oh, nope. Franchise, start that up, baby. Okay, so let's just make sure we're in the right file here. Yes. Yep, Emeralds are eliminated. Yep. So Sting, Swing, Good Boys, Mallards, Revolution, Reapers, Nuggets, Firebirds, Swamp Monsters are in, Blue Sox, Heat, and Grizzlies. That is your field, guys. So let me just go ahead and sim that up. And here's your postseason. This is the copy save. Oh, yeah, you're right. Thank you. Thank you. Yep, so doesn't matter. But we're going to... We're going to... Actually, the matchups changed. Did you guys see this? So if Richmond wins, we get Atlanta. And if Richmond loses, we get San Francisco. That's pretty cool. Okay. Well, let's just make this the official one then, because that changes some things. So, okay. So this is official right here. So Zanetti against Jordan. You know what? We're in no matter what. I really want Zanetti to pitch the next game for the playoffs. Varnano's up to a 91. That's crazy. I think I think I'm going to have Rich Norman pitch this one. Anybody else here that can save some guys? Who's in the playoffs that could save somebody? Like Carver might not need to throw. Yeah, maybe just Carver. This is stuff you got to think about, guys, when you're doing sims. When you're trying to manage 30 teams, this is stuff you got to think about. So maybe we put let's put Malik Dunn in there for a little bit. Let's just see what happens with this guy. All right, we'll sim that. There you go. Okay. So Jewel Carver comes in there anyway. That's great. He pitched 1 inning. Cool. He got over 500. He got over 500. You love to see it. How did our boy pitch? Rich Norman. How'd he pitch? 4 and run in 5 innings. That's terrible. Zanetti came in for 2 innings. That's stupid. God, man, it's just dumb. Okay. Anyway, guys, there is your playoff mix. That's your bracket. Okay, so we got Nashville's the 1 seed. Oh my God, what? Wow, they had 91 wins. Dude, the separation. Look at the separation. It's not. These teams are not really that far apart. Blue Sox at 90, Sting at 90, Good Boys 88, 91, 89. Got a feel for the Monarchs winning 85 games and not making the playoffs. They won 8 straight games to just get themselves in the conversation. And they cleaned up against the division. They were 34 and 18. That's crazy. That's crazy, but I mean, look at the NL West, 89 and 88. So these teams are very, very, very close. I don't see anybody like being the favorite in the NL, which is a lot different than in years past. It usually just was always the good boys, but now I can't see a clear-cut favorite to get to the Gold Series this season. But yeah, so it's gonna be tight. Mallards, Revolution, Swamp Monsters in the AL, Reapers, of course, Cardinals didn't make it. The Nuggets with 94 wins, and the Firebirds with 90 wins. So make your picks, guys, inside the comments, not the live chat, in the comment section. Okay? So each round is worth 50 points. So the wild card, 50 points for each matchup, okay? 50 channel points. Take your winner. Atlanta or New Orleans. Who do you like? San Francisco, Richmond. Who do you like? 50 points for getting each one of those correct. You could get 100 points just on the NL side of the bracket. Same thing with the AL side. Phoenix, Boston, Iowa, Washington. 50 channel points there. 50 channel points again for the divisional series. Okay? So we're going to go take your winner there. Take your winner there. Say you take Atlanta. They have to face Nashville. That's your matchup. Atlanta, Nashville. Take your winner. You get 50 points for getting that correct. Right? So if you're following along here. Championship series will then be worth 100 channel points if you get the winner correct. Gold series will be worth 200 channel points if you get that team correct. If you get a perfect bracket, it will be worth 1,000 channel points. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's a really difficult thing to do, but I'm going to throw it out there. If anybody gets a perfect bracket, you guys will get 1,000 channel points. But I want you guys to post this inside the comment section, not the live chat, if you can do that. Or if you're in the Discord, you can also post it there for me in the GGBL chat, and I'll make sure to notate that. And I can see if things are edited. So make sure that you're really confident in your selection, because when the playoffs start, I'm going to make a copy of what you said, and I'm not going to allow you guys to fudge it. Okay? So once your picks are in, the picks are in. So post those in the comment section or in the Discord, and I'll just make a note of that when the playoffs begin. When the first pitch is made in the playoffs, then we'll go from there. Playoffs are going to be an upload, just like we did last year. Playoffs are going to be uploaded. I'm not going to live stream them. I think I just get through a lot of this a lot quicker, a lot faster when I'm doing it on my own time. So we'll see how it goes, man. I'm actually going to get started with it tonight. So the first games that are up on tap here will be nothing on the first, so we might as well sim the first and get to the second. So we got Phoenix and Boston. We got Spencer Clark against Satchel Michaels. New Orleans and Atlanta with Robbie Meyer against Riker Strizak. That'll be a very fun couple of games there. Washington, Iowa. Cool matchup there. Iowa finally making the postseason after a couple of seasons of drought. We get another game here, game 2, Boston Phoenix, which again will be simulated. And no, it can't be simmed because this is the wild card. First team to 2 wins the wild card. So so the sim rules are not going to apply here for the wild card. Fernando against Burnside, and then you got Griffin against Trig Matthews. So a lot of really good pitching matchups between these wild card teams for sure. And then of course game 3, if necessary, on the 4th and the 5th. So, and then we'll figure it out from there, guys. But yeah, so I'll have a wild card video for you guys probably next Friday. So give me some time to get that done. There's a lot of games to show. Get the wild card done for next Friday, the 14th, which will be just in time for MLB The Show 25, right? A lot of fun stuff. So, okay. Before I leave you guys tonight, let's take a look at the awards. Your MVP award winner, Cullen Ward. That's awesome. 44 bombs. I think that was well deserved. But look at all these. Look at all the amount of home runs from the NL. 40 for Durham, 48 for Mashburn, and then 44 for Cullen Ward. So the first time ever that a Vancouver Mighty Beaver has ever won the MVP award. So that's for your GGBL trivia in the future, guys. First ever Mighty Beaver to win it. Kevin Stoitz wins another MVP award. That's not very surprising, guys. He's won it 3 straight seasons. You know, I wish it was like MLB 24 where you could see the historical awards that each player has won. But he's won it 3 straight seasons. And, you know, I don't blame him for doing that. I mean, the guy is just a monster. He's a monster. So congratulations there. Randall James gave it a good run. Had a good batting average. More home runs than Stoitz, but not as many ribbies. Dugan was pretty good, too. So we'll have to watch out for him inside of the postseason when, you know, as the 1 seed for Vegas. We'll see that. Chris Peterson gets back on top of the Golden Arm Award. We've renamed the award now. It's the Golden Arm Award. 15-6. Bloodworth, his counterpart in the AL East, gave it a good run with 19 wins. Honestly, I don't really blame him for voting Peterson in. 4 less wins, but the ERA was better. He had more strikeouts. Negron had 250. He was pretty good. But Spencer Clark, Rico Ramos Jr., those 2 Firebirds, they couldn't find a way to crack the top 3 this season. And Peterson's back on top. He's had a couple of down seasons, you know, since he was really dominant. The first 2 years had a drop back there, 14-8. Yeah, so he's been pitching a little bit better these last couple of years. Juwan Rutkin, 13-3. You saw him in gameplay, but Trig Matthews is your winner. So at the Atlanta Sting with a Golden Arm Award winner. And, you know, he's really turned his career around, too. Been a solid pitcher. Hasn't had a lot of good teams with the Sting in years past, but he's figured it out. Dom Taylor's going to win a batting title. I honestly did not see that ever coming for him. But he's really turned it on. He's turned it up a notch, guys. He was kind of he was a pretty good player, pretty solid player, but the last 3 years he's been an above 300 hitter. Really, really good player. Angel Hernandez having a breakout season. Simeon Karev on the list as well. DEG winning a batting title. That's kind of cool to see. Parveen Mira, Tyron Rex. The NL Central has been like, look at the NL Central in the past awards. Kansas City, Houston, and Nashville. And now we have, again, all NL Central players. It's just crazy. That's crazy. Reliever of the Year award, we got Parmalee, Hoffman, and Graham. Parmalee's a two-time winner of this award now. And Teddy Hitchcock winning this one. Skarsgård won it last year. Hitchcock's going to win it this year. Both those guys running it back and forth. I think no matter if Skarsgård had 51 saves, Hitchcock was definitely going to win that thing. The fact, dude, you have a 102 ERA as a closer. I mean, he was a .83 whip, guys. He had 14 walks and 37 hits given up. This guy was insane. He is insane this year. Rookie of the Year, Pedro Murillo, 25 home runs. When was this guy drafted? He's 29 years old. He's an old rookie, for sure. Sven Ragnarsson getting his chance, getting called down with the postseason in the mix now. Drake Coleman, 27 homers as a rook. Getting called down again because of the postseason stuff. Dorman's going to win this one. Another old rookie. Not a custom guy. Neither one of these guys are custom players, so that's a little unfortunate. But, yeah, what can you do? Rookie of the Year. I never show the Gold Glove stuff, guys. I never do that. John Choi should not be in the minor leagues, so I'm going to get those updated. Those rosters will be updated, guys, for you for the postseason before I get in any sim or gameplay and stuff like that. But let's see what you guys are saying here. Did Chevy lose the ERA title? Let's do league leaders and ERA. Nope, 2.65. So he won that pretty handedly, I'd say. Murillo 2.78, Saples 2.95. Van Montgomery, that's kind of surprising. He's 22. Ooh, dude, Van Montgomery. We drafted this dude a long time ago. He's been good, man. He's been very, very solid. We made room for him. Remember we traded that Cesar Silva guy? So Van's taking that job to heart. Rocco, kicks deals, Striker, Riker, Strizak, Jervis. There you go. Christian Gamer, there's your boy, Jervis Millhouse. 6 Union 10 this year. Nice. Nice. What about in the AL? Tony Salsa. Mena, there's your boy. He's up to a 92. +8, +10. Dude, he had an insane season. He's 23 years old. Look at that. Look at what he's done. 5.98. Bring it down to 4.22. Bring it all the way down to 2.86. That's pretty nice. We got some good pitchers, guys. We got some good pitchers. Chris Peterson, Clark, Bloodworth, Ton Roberts, Onyebuchi Ihejorika. He's been solid, man. A winning pitcher on Minnesota, that's pretty tough to do. He's been solid, man. He has been solid. Neto Montoya. There you go, Rico. Janir Rivera, Maximilian Wagner. We could even call him Wagner. Maximilian Wagner. Martin Serrato. Dude, the Nuggets have some good pitching. They might be an underrated piece of their team. I did see somebody here I want to cover here. Chucky Myers, 397. It's been better. What about stolen bases? Terry Haas. What do we got to look out for here? So the Reapers like to run. 40 plus stolen bases. Carson Vine, 48. That's my guy. Where is that coming from? What happened to Carson? What is that? 48 stolen bases. How? I'll take it, but the Heat, they like to run too. So watch out for that in the playoffs. RBIs, Joey Bing, 121. For a non-playoff team, Joey Bing went crazy. Cullen Ward, 116. Hall, Mashburn, Vega. Benny Blanco with 104. Benny had one of his best seasons, Mena. Best batting average, best OBP. Kind of went down on the home run and the ribby total, but that's okay. Does not steal at all. Wow. He's not a stolen base threat at all. I mean, yeah, 0 stealing. He's not going to, I guess. But good year from Benny Blanco. You know, if anything, I'm nervous about the Sting. I think the Sting are going to make some noise here this year out of the NL. I think they got the pitching. I think they've got the offensive pieces. I think the Sting are going to surprise some people. I think when you look at that field in the NL, I think, again, you look at that and you're like, man, all these teams are so even. But when you really dissect it, you really analyze it, I think the Sting have what it takes. I think that's what's going to happen here. But a lot of Firebirds, the RBI totals, of course, that's just what they do. Man, it's very tough. It's very tough to make a prediction. But look at the Grizzlies. Like you guys were saying it here in the chat, the Grizzlies are kind of it's kind of scary. They got Mashburn, they got Vega, they still got some good pieces there. What about doubles? Carson Vine with the doubles. Again, the Grizzlies are up there too. Grizzlies have a good offense. The thing that I'm nervous about with the Grizzlies is they don't really have the pitching, but that offense is pretty legit. If I had to pick in the AL, I would probably say Phoenix. I know that's like me not really going out on the limb here. I'd probably say Phoenix or Michigan. Because Michigan's just got top to bottom, up and down. They're just the most complete team. They're the most complete team in this entire playoff field. That lineup is stacked. The pitching is insane. I'll show it to you guys if you don't believe me. I think you do, but I'll just show it to you, right? Look at what they got working with them. They got Luigi Mazza, right? Starting to see some regression, but, I mean, whatever. He's a Luigi Mazza. They got Bloodworth. They got Navoa. They got Ipman. They got Puckett. This just random CPU dude. Baldrick Raynell. You know, Dalton Jett. Mario Mazza. Dom Taylor, batting title winner, 343. Pitching rotation. Bloodworth. Donnellan. Lothbrock. Wade Russell. It just doesn't stop, guys. It doesn't stop. So, Michigan, probably my pick, but I also like Phoenix. Boston, they need kind of a miracle to get out of this. It's a very tough AL. They got a tough draw of Phoenix. Phoenix is just one of the better teams. We've seen how they play. They got Stoitz. They got really good pitching with Spencer Clark and Rico Ramos Jr. So that's going to be tough for them for sure. Look at that pitching. Nakamura, Montoya, Ramos Jr., and Spencer Clark. Good luck in a 3-game set, right? You got 99 Colton Cannon, Stoitz, Lobo, Ruth, Storm, Drago. It's tough. It's very tough. They're gonna need some help. I look at the lineup for Boston. They're a solid team. Jupe's hitting 285 in year number 2. Gorzelski was solid. Michaels got a couple home runs, right? Raekwon Butler did well. Where's KJ? Where's KJ? Oh no, he's down in Worcester. KJ hitting with the regress. 15 home runs. Dude, he's never done that in his entire career. That's his career worst season ever for KJ. 11 years he's been at it. He'll make the playoff team. He'll make the playoff roster. But you see what I'm saying? Like, I think Phoenix is probably a little bit lower rated with the seeding at 4. But I like them. I like them out of the 4 spot. But the problem is that now you get the David, not the David versus Goliath, but you get the elite team versus the elite team. You get Goliath versus Goliath here in the ALDS. You get Phoenix and Michigan. Somebody's got to lose that, and it might just be Michigan. Michigan might get upset in that one. That's a tough one. I could see it happening, but I would have loved to see Phoenix on the opposite side of Michigan. You know, that way you could have a head-on collision course in the championship series with those two teams, but we're not going to get that. We're either going to have Boston or Phoenix against the Mallards. Somebody's got to lose. Somebody's got to win. That's just the way it goes. Iowa, Washington. You know, I kind of like Iowa, but I know Washington still has the makeup. They still have the players. Dorman's doing well at 291. Salvatore, Baker T. Brooks. Look at these guys. The 1, 2, 3, all with 90-plus ribbies. You got Jake Taylor, Cobb. The bottom of the order is a little weak. But that 1 through 5, that's pretty scary. That's pretty scary. Pitching rotation, it could be a little bit better, but it's okay. It's solid. I think this one's going to be a tough battle for both teams. I think it's going to be close. I don't think it's going to be any type of sweep or anything like that. But, you know, don't count out Iowa. They still got some good players in their own right. I don't think they match up completely well with Washington, but you know, it's a 3-game series. Anything could happen. I don't think Vegas is going to do much, guys. I don't believe in Vegas. They've got Salsa, they got Valdez, but like after that, you know, Serrato wins. I don't believe in Vegas right now. And then you look at their lineup: Crosley, Katz, Yamashita, De La Cruz, Dugan and Aiken about the only guys doing like really well this year. They're not bad. They're not a bad team. They're a playoff caliber team. But I gotta say, I think that in the DS, I think they might get upset. No matter who wins in the wild card, I think they might get upset. If it's Iowa, I think that's going to be a really good series. If it's Washington, I think Washington just wins that one outright. So if you're asking me for my AL prediction, I'm probably taking... God, that's tough. That is tough. I'm probably going to go with Michigan to go all the way. I think Michigan will get it done. I think Michigan will be your representatives in the AL. And then on the NL side, I think I'm going to take Atlanta. Again, that NL is such a cluster of it's just a hodgepodge of some really solid teams. But when I look at Atlanta, they've been building for this. You know, they got Crawfish McGee a couple of seasons ago in a draft, right? They got Pinkard, was one of the generational prospects. They're getting really good contributions out of this dude. Michael Aguero, CPU guy. Never really paid him any attention, but he's up to a 93. Hayden Carver almost had 100 ribbies. You got Durham. You got Rosario. Samuel Woodson's a good hitting catcher. I think when you look at Atlanta, I think they got the makeup, especially with the pitching rotation. That guy's not supposed to be there, but Strizak's up to a 92. He's been in the league for 2 seasons. Trig Matthews is a Golden Arm Award winner, right? You got Almanzar and Strudwick. Like, this is a solid team. I think they can get it done. I think I like them. Nashville, I don't really know how they won as many games as they did. I look at their lineup and, you know, Sparbore's been good. Vine has been a nice little find for them. DEG sets the table. Ken Jordan, don't sleep on him. He's a former GGBL champ with OKC, right? So he's kind of the guy that's been leading them, right? So they're solid too, but I just, you know, I see him in gameplay and I'm just like, I don't know, their offense kind of is hit and miss. Their pitching staff, they're really heavily leaning on Giovitello Jr. Everybody else, kind of a higher ERA, especially Cooley Mack at a 4.94. And then the bullpen is not, it's a little shaky. It's not the best bullpen in the world at all. Like, I've seen a lot better bullpens than this. This might be the worst bullpen I've seen. Mid-70s, high 70 overall guys. I don't think Nashville's a number 1 seed. I don't buy it. I look at Richmond, and they still got some good players, but I think our pitching is not really up to snuff to what it used to be. That's kind of our calling card, is our pitching. So if our pitching fails, we're going to fail because we don't have the offensive firepower. We never really have. San Fran's a little scary. Carolina, I don't know. Carolina might be the team too. When I look at what they're bringing to the table here, Carolina, their pitching rotation. Roby, we don't talk about him enough, but he's amazing. Also coming in last year as a rookie, 11-9, 13-8. He's really good. Nettles, 14-8. Sheltonham, 14-9. None of these guys have losing records. So, of course, when you think of Carolina, you think of their pitching staff. Their lineup got better with Ariano in the mix. You got Gonzalez in here who, he was part of the issue with the rosters. He didn't play until the second half of the season. So he's still going to be a good player for them. And, yeah, Carolina's scary too. They got some good players too. They're probably more deserved of a 1 seed than Nashville is. So it's pretty crazy how the NL could have shaped up if some teams had 1 win or 1 loss somewhere else. Like we saw the standings, how close that those NL races were. 88, 90, 90, 91, 89, 89, 88. Like only a couple games could have swapped around some teams in the seeding. So who deserves to be number 1? Beats me. It beats me, guys. It could have been Richmond. It could have been Richmond. We could have won some more games during May or something like that. So anyway, I'd love to see what you guys are thinking here in the playoff prediction. Again, channel points at stake. 50 points for the wild card correct predictions. 50 points for divisional series correct predictions. 100 for championship series, and 200 for the Gold Series, I think is what I said. I might have done 300. Perfect brackets are 1,000 if you get them all right. So, guys, that is it. Let me go ahead and get some recording done tonight and well into tomorrow afternoon, and I'm going to get this wild card video posted for you guys next Friday, the 14th. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Happy Friday night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Leave a like if you like this thing, as always. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support. I'll see you next time. As always, peace.